Hello, this is Urban Today. I'm Razia Athman. Now, he was overwhelmingly voted the Lord Mayor for Kampala in 2011, but a big percentage of his time in office has been characterized by wars between him and the Executive Director, Jennifer Musesi. But today, ERIAS Lukwago tells us what toll this saga has had on him and his family, plus his future plans. Welcome, and thank you for accepting to talk to us.
Thank you.
Now,
I'm quite honored to be here.
From your movements now, it's like the battle is still going on. But could you just please explain what kind of toll this whole saga has had on you and your family?
Well, naturally, when you are engaged in such battles, struggles, especially the struggle for rule of law, it's not an easy one. It's bound to exhaust you. It's bound to take a toll on you. It's not an easy struggle, and even if you looked at the icons of revolutions in this world, people who have fought for rule of law, the likes of Nelson Mandela, you see what happened to them, the likes of Martin Luther King Jr., you talk of Mahatma Gandhi, even our own here, you can really tell their history, what they went through. It's a roller coaster life, but no regrets.
And specifically, can you describe some of the things that have changed in your life since these battles began?
Well, particularly with the family, to appreciate that I've dedicated my life to this struggle. I have a very young family. My firstborn is just 11. I have a small baby. So you can see the range. In between, you find the twins are just 8 years. They hardly appreciate what is going on. And of course, more or less, my home is being turned into a detention center.
You are the one person that has confronted NRM's dominance in this country. But how can you measure the worth of your efforts?
It's not that easy to assess the worth of the efforts I'm putting in because there are no objective standards we are going to use. The kind of assessment you can make, the judgment, it may end up being subjective, but overall you get a picture. When you talk to people, when you monitor what goes on in the press, when you yourself do some critical reflection and analysis, at times you say, okay, fine, I've made my contribution to democratization of this country. The epitome of people's struggle or kind of people's rights. I feel some kind of gratification that I've done my best within my means. Yeah.
And so what next? That's the big question that everyone wants to hear an answer for. Because I've already had rumors that you might be running for the Kampala Central MP seat. Is that true? And if it's not, what's next anyway? What's your game plan?
You see, worldwide, revolutions start from urban centers and capital cities. And you must brace up yourself for the challenges if you're in charge of that particular locality. But as of now, Kampala, you can take it as a microcosm of what is happening in the entire country. Injustices, you can say violation of people's rights, and also issues to do with accountability and so on and so forth. So there are hurdles along the way, there are challenges. I'm facing it rough, admittedly. But there is no reason for me to succumb, to throw in the towel.
But come 2016, what seat are you going to run for?
It's neither here nor there. That's not an issue as of now, because I was overwhelmingly elected by the people of Kampala.
And you think you can make it again as the Lord Mayor?
That is a non-issue as of now. I still have the mandate of the people for a period of 5 years.
And let me take you back to 2010. I don't know if you remember, but you had an interview with one of our journalists, Paul Busherizi, on Vision Voice in 2010. That was before you even ran for mayorship in 2011.
Was it Paul Busherizi or Charles Odonkta?
It was Paul Busherizi, Vision Voice, that's a Vision Group. And speaking about the KCCA Act that was passed, then your perception seemed to be that you will have the powers of the people. You remember that?
Yeah.
I don't have the recording now, but it looks like, and it is, that you have been disappointed. What you thought would be is not what it is now. What do you think about that?
The position has remained the same. The power belongs to the people, and this is the constitutional command. Nobody can wish it away. This is exactly what I said. We still believe in people's power, and that power resides within the people. So for us elected leaders, we can only exercise power in the name of the people. All those who are in charge of leadership at all levels, you do it in the name of the people. That is the bottom line, the principle within the Constitution.
So I want to know if you still stand by those principles.
Let me tell you that there is too much that has been read into the KCCA Act, to the extent that it has been vulgarized. Actually, initially, you had those who were usurping the people's power, claiming that they are actually getting those powers from the Act. And that has been my struggle all along, telling Wananchi, telling everybody, telling government, look here, you are misinterpreting the Act.
Let's look at the electoral reforms proposals by the opposition. One, do you think that the adult suffrage is under a threat, some sort of threat?
Increasingly, yes, because it would appear the more President Museveni stays in power, the more he becomes unpopular. He loses grip on the electorate, and he kind of fears the electorate going down to the masses and so on and so forth. If there is any way you can cut off people's power to say, well, there is a shortcut. Let me take that route. That seems to be the direction.
Lord Mayor, you are a legal expert, and I'm sure you have an upper hand in discussing these issues. What do you think about the proposals, specifically that have been made in Chankwanzi? First of all, about increasing the jurisdiction of KCCA to Entebbe, Kayunga, and Mukono, and then again to have the Lord Mayor being elected from the elected mayors. What do you think? What is the possibility there? I mean, you're a lawyer.
You see, the first thing you'd ask, is there any study that has informed this kind of approach or resolution they are taking? It's just coming out of the blue. Where on earth can a minister just come up with a proposal and say, this is what I want to be done? It is taken to a forum somewhere in Chankwanzi. They just rubber stamp or embrace it.
If they allow that to happen, I mean, electing a Lord Mayor from these already elected mayors.
No, in the first place, the constitutional framework does not provide for that, unless they are going to manipulate again.
But you're saying they will manipulate.
Yeah,
and
but
from the look of
I'm
things, they have to do something.
Legally speaking, it is impossible. Because if you looked at Article 1 of the Constitution, power belongs to the people.
But I'm wondering how you're going to fight this particular battle here, because there seems to be also some divisions in opposition. First of all, what do you think about the confusion, or not confusion, but division in FDC right now? What do you think about that?
You may have divisions amongst the political elites, but don't discount the power of the people. It's paramount. If you are putting your party colors at the forefront, to the detriment. I mean, you do this at your own detriment, to your own detriment rather. Yeah. If you just fail to appreciate the political dynamics of the day. So that's the hallmark of all this. The issues right now are very, very clear.
Even with this entire saga the embattled mayor is facing, there just might be some light at the end of the tunnel. The interview continues in the next segment on Urban Today.